So AMD STM project, I think. So let us go to the. So today definitely what I will do is once after the class I will send you this link to all of you and also the recordings.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to log in with the procurement manager, Colvin and Roth, and this is the password. Okay. So let me go to the setup and maintenance and click on implementation projects. And here, so this is our project, AMD SCM project. Okay, yesterday we created the project. Okay, AMD SCM project. So today let us create the implementation user. This login we already logged in with our system. So and yesterday we assigned the offerings. While creation of the project, we assigned the offerings. So it's a procurement offering like that. So, okay, so now what we can do is let us create an implementation for user. Okay, and we can run the synchronization process for that. So once we can create a currency calendar these things. Let us discuss these topics today. Okay. Yeah, if you have any doubts and if you are not able to understand, so please stop me. So we will discuss. Okay, the same thing again. Okay, I want to create a implementation user. So like in EPS, what we can do is we will create a user, right? We will create a user and we will assign the responsibilities to the user. So in the same way here also, we will create a user and we will assign the roles. We will assign the roles. So here we don't have the responsibilities, we have the roles. We will assign the roles. We have some common roles. Okay, so using that one, so we can do the setup and we can do the transaction. So we will assign the common roles and then we will run the synchronization process. It's a kind of a compilation. Okay, once it is once we run that one, then the roles and will be synchronized to the user. So that's why we will run user and role synchronization process, and after that we will go for the setups. Okay. So here there are two ways. One is you can query the task. This is the task. Okay. So yesterday, as per our discussion, we have the offering and we have the function area and we have the task list and task. Okay. So you can click on the offering and you can go for the function area and this is the task list and this is the task. So like this you can go through each and everything. Then you can select the task and we can work on that. This is one way. This is the navigation part. And if we know the task, then what we can do is we can query from here. You can query. You can see. You can use the task name and just click on set. You will get the concerned task. So here create implementation users. So click on that and we will go to the concerned path. So click on select this one and it will go to the Oracle Identity Manager. Oracle Identity Manager. So we call it as in a shortcut way, we call it as a OIM, Oracle Identity Manager. So like our system administrator in EBS, so here we use Oracle Identity Manager to create users. So here we have two different users. One is implementation user, and regular user. So implementation user is responsible for all the setups, and the regular user, so he will do for all the transaction as per his role. So click on administration, and here click on create user. We can create the user. So we can use any name here. The first name so I'm just taking my name. So Prasad. Yeah. Okay. So here, so we need to fill up the mandate fields which are the star. Others also we can fill up. So once we get the information from the client. So otherwise we can leave it. Organization. So we'll select the default organization. You can select and click on add. Select and click on add. And user type, you can go for the contractor, employee, consultant. Okay, I am going for an employee. And
We created a user organization yesterday, right, Prasad? The AMD?
so that is a project. It's not organization. So
Oh,
actually, what the organization is, it's a kind of a it's a kind of a enterprise like that. So okay. So this one is we created a project. It's not organization. So customer.m. So we can give the password. So in EBS, so it will accept anyone. So if you give three characters or four or two, whatever it may be, so it will accept. Now here, so they had Oracle has given more secure. So here we need to give the small characters, small and capital one, and also we need to give the alphanumeric like that. So okay, so I'm giving Oracle 2020, most capital letter. Oracle 2020. Then save it. Click on save. Because these all we have optional fields, so you can fill up or not to fill up. It's not an issue. But if it is a implementation, the regular implementation of a project, we will get all the fields. We will get the information for all the fields from the client. Okay. So I had created the user, and you can assign the roles. So click on the roles. You can assign the roles. So we have three default roles for any kind of a implementation. One is application implementation consultant, application implementation consultant, and the second one is IT security manager, and third one is employee. So these three are the default roles. Okay, whenever we create a user in EBS, what we will do is we will get the system administrator. So that means that using the system administrator we can create n number of responsibilities like that. So in the same way here, so we need to have these roles. So then we can, using the application implementation consultant, we can create our own projects. We can do the setups. Using the IT security manager, if you want to create a new user, you can create it. And using the employee role, so you can do the transactions. So without the employee of the organization, we can't do the transactions. It will not allow, system will not allow. So even though you are able to do the setups, but you can't do the transaction for the testing purpose. So that's why we need to assign all these 3 roles which are mandatory. So let me go to the roles and click on assign. Click on assign. Okay. So application implementation consultant. So you can give the full name, or you can query with this name, application consultant search. Okay. Application consultant. Just click on select and click on add. So here no need to save, it will save automatically. System itself will take it will save automatically. And you can go for the IT security manager. Click on assign. Okay. Then search it. You will get it, and click on select and click on add. In the same way, we can go for the employee. Click on assign. Employee search. So you can select the employee. Okay. So once we complete, then what we can do is go to the application. We need to run the user and role synchronization process. So for that, we can query directly. Otherwise, we can use the path, navigation path. Run user and role synchronization process. So just click on here. It will show you path, and you can select the task. Click on the task, and you can submit it. Okay. So it is showing that some jobs are pending like that. So let us go to the. So let us we can check the notifications whenever there is a kind of a workflow notification. You can check here in the home window. Sorry, here. So this one. You can check the notification, all the notifications here. So this it's kind of a bell is there, right? So you can check, click on the. So we don't have any notifications, and you can go to the left side. So here you can see the scheduled process. So go to the scheduled process. So here you can check all the programs, the list of all the programs. In EBS we have view, request and find, right? Once you click on the find, so then you are able to see all the programs. Here also, if you go to tools and so first we need to go to the navigator in the left side, and you can go to the tools and go to the schedule process. Click on schedule process. Just a question. Okay. So because most of the people are using this instance across the world, so maybe sometimes it will be slow. So click on refresh, because it's things are no, there is no program, but we are getting the issue here, right? Let me go to. So let's go to setup of maintenance, and then we can go to the implementation project, and our C is AMD implementation project, and click on roles and role synchronization. Now it is done. Okay. So 418. Ours is 418 because so many people are working on these instance and it's a common instance, right? So that's why. So we need to note down our request IDs. Click on schedule process. You can see that now. Yeah. So it is a block status. It will run, I think, after some time. Okay. So we'll come back and we will check again. So I'm just putting a red mark here. We'll come back and we'll check it. Okay. So now let us go to the setup and maintenance and go to the implementation project. And ours is the AMD SCM project and you can check the currencies. So here currencies is not a mandated setup because the thing is that so Oracle has provided all the default currency codes, all the currency codes, and we can use that one. And if the client wants, okay, if there is any new currency code, and if the client want to create, so in that case, then you can create it. But in a regular way, it is not mandatory. So click on currency. So manage currencies. You can select. So maybe I had given the wrong thing. Manage currency. You can type like this also. You can use manage currencies. I think it is a manage currencies, not currency. So manage currencies. So you can select it. So click on here. So it will be open. So if you have any problem, then we need to come back and we need to refresh it. Okay, so this is the thing, manage currencies. So here you can click on search button. So then you will get all the currency codes, list of all the currency codes. Okay. If you want to create a new code, then you can click on. So click on new. Click on the new one. So if I am taking AMD underscore, so USD because it's not a valid currency code. I'm just giving the name. So for the creation process, so we can create the currency code in this way. So just click on the plus button and you can use the currency code and currency name and description and save it. So it will be saved. But in the real-time implementation, so no need to create currency codes. It will be default if client wants. So then we can do that. So main is accounting calendar. So now we are going to create a calendar. Main is accounting calendar. So otherwise we can query like this. So let me click on done. And we can go for the AMD implementation. Accounting calendar. So you can query this. So manage accounting calendars. And here manage accounting calendars. There are two ways. You can go to the navigation part. Otherwise, you can query the task. If you know the task, then you can query the task and you can get it. Okay. We have the issue for this one, unable to retrieve content. Okay. So let me take this error message. I will check in the offline. So check means here we can't do that because it's a cloud instance. So we need to send the issue to Oracle. So then we send it to Oracle. So no problem.
Maybe there is a setup missing for that, Prasad. I mean, I think it says the region is missing. We did not add any region, right?
No, actually, what happens is, so we have in this instance, so Oracle has given the provision to create DFFs, discrete to fixed field. Maybe somebody so created a DFF, so that's why additional information for a remote region error. So they had added a DFF, and that's why it is giving error. I think a remote communication error was received from the task manage accounting calendar view. So okay, somebody GL manage account calendar. So it is identified that the code GL that invokes the program. Okay, so this is a calendar. So somebody has created this calendar because of this it is giving an account calendar. So here there is no missing Pradeep actually. So we need to create the project and then you implementation user. So we will go through the so we will go through the manage currencies calendar chart of accounts. Then we will go for the ledger creation, ledger integration. That is the process. So the same way like our EBS only. So we need to create the same way, but the implementation procedure will be changed. Is up and running for a okay. Okay, so it's a error only. So we'll send it to our. So next one is let us discuss about. So we have the topic called so chart of accounts. So let us discuss the chart of account topic. So then we will let us know that. I think this one is working out. So let me check whether it's still in the block status or it is working out. Still in the block status. So let us go to the chart of account structures. So it's basically it is useful for the for all the reporting purpose. So chart of account structure is useful for the reporting purpose. Click on setup and maintenance and go to the implementation projects, and we can select our own implementation project. So you can select the chart of accounts. Chart of accounts, set it. You will get all the setup related to chart of accounts. Okay, so now we are going to define all these things. So like in EBS, we should define structure and value sets, and we will create the value segments and segment values. And here the difference is, so a chart of accounts structure instance that is changed. Okay, so in EBS we don't have the structure instance. So here it is added, a new feature is added, and structure. And so we will assign the structure to the structure instance. It's mainly for the it's for the segment security purpose only. Okay, so let me create value sets. Okay, value sets. So click on manage chart of account value sets. Click on here. If you open the application, and we can create the new value set. So click on plus. So I am creating value sets AMD underscore company VS company value sets. So the model is general ledger, and we can go for independent validation and the characters. Now we can give the numeric digits only, and we can give the length. So I am taking 2 as the maximum size for the company. Save and close, and you can search it. While searching, so we need to provide at least one. So no need to go for all the search criteria. So you can give one search criteria. So then click on select search. Now we got it. AMD company VS is created. In the same way, let us create other value sets. Click on the value set, and I'm using the AMD underscore company and account VS, account VS, and model is general ledger, and validation type we can go for independent and characters. So here the numeric digits only. We can go for the tree size. Save or close. But the size is not a mandatory. Just 1 minute, please. Okay, sorry for that. Okay. So now, as I hope that you are able to hear me. So we created the value set, company value set. So let me create other value sets. Click on new and AMD account value set, account VS. Okay. Is it already created or no? Giving some error. Yeah, we created, right? Sorry, we created. So let me go for the department, AMD department value set. AMD department VS. So this application is very easy, user friendly only compared to the EBS. It is very easy, but every day. So please practice for at least 1 hour. So once you practice at least 10 to 20 setups, so then you will feel comfortable. So module with general ledger and validation type. So you can go for the independent and the value data character, and you can go for the numeral digits. So here I am giving so 2, 3, 4 sides. Okay, department 4 sides. Then save and close. So in the same way, so let me give. So let me AMD account company department. So let me take one more segment. So I can take AMD other or product, whatever it may be. You can take. So Oracle has given the opportunity to create so around 30 uh, segments and set the values like that. So for the reporting purpose. Okay. So, but most of the projects they don't use that many. So we use so minimum 4, maximum 7, 8 or 9 like that. Okay. So if you use much more segments, what happens is so you need to select the values while creating the journal entries, any kind of a transaction. So it will be time taking process. So that's why. So we need to suggest the client that so you can select the value sets or segments based on the reporting purpose. If you want for the reporting, so then definitely we will create it. So if it is not useful for the reporting, then it is not. So then it will be a time taking process for the client. AMD product VS and the description module. Okay, module you can go for general ledger and validation type independent value data. So I can take the character here and numeric digits only. Maximum length. So what I can, so I had taken 2, 3, 4, right? So I'm just taking one here. But it's optional because in the real time we will check with the client. So based on the client requirement, we can do that. Even naming convention. So everything we will check with the client. So actually, what we can do is we will create a document, and based on the user requirement, the client requirement, we will send out the document to the client. Once the client is satisfied, and then we will go ahead to create all these things. Otherwise, we will change as per the client requirement. So then save and close. Now we created. So you can search it. So you can give any search any one of the search criteria. Okay, we have so 4 to 5 search criteria. Right? You can give any one of them, and you will get it. So this is the way to create the value sets. Okay, so let me go for okay. We created the value sets. So let us create a structure. Okay, let us create the structure, account structure. So in the EBS, what happens is first we will go for the so that we'll create a structure, and then we will create the segments values just like that. Here it is everything is independent. So then it will be mapped so internally, but the task is different. So task is each has different task. So here the structure task is different. Just click on structure, click on the structure, and then click on search criteria. So here, if you see this one, accounting flex field, this is the key flex field in general ledger. Accounting flex field is the key flex field in general ledger. So that means that so all the main data of the application of the general ledger will be saved in this accounting flex field. And we have the DFFs, descriptive key flex field, descriptive flex fields. So we will discuss it later. Okay, DFF, KFF, DFF. KFF, DFF. KFF is the key flex field and DFF is descriptive flex field. Flex field. So this one we use this. So here in the key flex field, so we have the key information of the application, and in the descriptive flex field we can add additional data of the client. So we can add it. So we can create DFF and we can add it. But KFF we can't create it. So Oracle. So it's a Oracle provided one, and we can use it. But based on the KFF, we can create structures for our client purpose. So now I am going to create the structures. Click on structures, manage structures. Okay, and click on new. And here you can give the structure code. I am giving AMD. So you can give the structure, flex field structure. You can give the flex field structure, flex field structure. Okay, copy and delimiter. I can give the delimiter. Okay, and just save, because here we have the different delimiters. Okay, star, but in EBS we don't have these many delimiters, and we have the star or so one or two only. Here we have a different one. So delimiter is useful. So whenever we create any account combination, okay, company dot account dot like that, right? So you can use plus delimiter, or you can use equal to or pipe, whatever you can do that. So usually we used to go for the dot only. So if the client wants so specifically for the pipe, then we can do that. It's not a problem. Then save it. Click on save. Okay. Once you save it, and then now you can create the segment. Segment. You can create the segment. Now I want to create a segment called AMD company. I had created the value set, because value set is for it is used first to create the values. Okay, because and we will assign the value set to the segment. And this segment is mainly segment or chart of account structure and the entire criteria used for the reporting purpose. And I am taking the sequence number 1 from this AMD company. You can do the same thing. And width is I have taken 2, and here the column name is so segment 1, and default value set. So you can select it. Okay, you can select AMD company VS. And okay, so this is the company, how the system knows. So that's why you need to select the balance segment. So then all the company features will be applied to the segment code. So now save and save and close. So next you can create one more. Click on plus. Let us create one more. AMD underscore. We did company, right? So let me go for the account. AMD account. And here sequence number 2, and display width is I have taken 3. So while creating the value set, and this one is segment 2, and default value set 4. So then we can go for the account, and here you can go for the account. It's a kind of a natural account. You can select the natural account, because all the accounting features will be applied here. Save and close. So next one is create new, and AMD underscore department, sequence number 3. Okay. So size is 4 and column name itself it is a kind of a third one, and you can assign the value set. We already created the value set. You can assign the value set, and here the segment label is cost center. So that means that all the features related to the cost center will be applied here. Save and close, and click on new, and the last one is AMD product. AMD product. So you can give the name, serial number 4, sorry, sequence number 4, and here display width is I have taken 1, and the column name. So here it's a 4, and default value set product yes, and here no need to take, because you can say that Oracle has provided 30 segments, but you don't have the certain labels here. Okay, so others are for the reporting purpose. Okay, that mainly we can use for company account department. So those we can take for the labels criteria. Others we can take for the reporting purpose. Save and close. So here these are all the different segments we created. Then save and close. This is the way to create segment structure and segment. Okay. So next one is let us create structure instance, because this is the new concept in Fusion. Okay, so and structure instance, we create a structure instance and assign the structure instance, assign the structure to the structure instance, and it is useful for the security purpose, segment security. Okay, we can give more security using the chart of account instance. So click on done and click on done. Okay, so okay, click on the manage chart of account structure instance. Just click on it. Click on here, search button, and here you can go for the manage structure instances. If it is already created, you can search it. Otherwise, you can create new one. Okay, so in Fusion we have search criteria and creation criteria. In EBS we have the search criteria, but because it is a form based, we will go for the F11, and then we can control F11. We will get all the data here. So it's a web based. We can search it in this way. Just click on plus, and let me create the structure AMD structure instance. Okay. So if you want shorthand aliases, you can enable it. It's not a mandatory thing. Here what you can do is you can assign the structure AMD XP structure. Once you assign this one, so you will get all the segments. Okay, all the segments. Okay, then here what you can do is you can correct it. Always you have the right to correct it. You can edit it. You can correct it. Okay, but in the real time, what happens is, so whenever we create this segment, we have the option to correct, but it will not be compiled across all the modules. Here we can do that one. We can do that using this one. We can do that. Okay, then save and close. Save and close. Click on that. And we can go for the chart of account value set. And before that, what we can do is in the so while going for manage structure, so let me query the structure. Okay, click on search, and you can go for the AMD and edit, and here, so you can edit it, and then you need to check the required fields. So okay, here it should be required. You need to add the required fields. So you need to mention the required field. Otherwise, while creation of the ledger, you will get the error for this one. You will get the error for this. So let me go for the, you will get the error. Now save and close. So next one is, so let us work on the chart of accounts value set values. Okay. Value set values. So if you want, you can query the task. Otherwise, you can directly go to the value set values. Okay. So now I want to check with AMD set. You can see that. Okay. So you can select the value set and click on manage values. Manage values. And if it is already there, then fine. Otherwise, you can go to that button. You can see that. So now I am going to give 100 assets. 100 assets. So you can use account type as asset, then save it. So now you can click on set, you will get it. That's the value. In the same way, so let us create all the values. 200 liability. So take the liability, account type, save and close. And 300 revenue. You can go for the revenue here and save and close. And next one is 400. You can go for the expense. You can take the expense here. Then 500. 500 is the ownership equity. You can go for equity. You can go for equity as well. No problem. Equity. Okay. So these are all these 5 accounts are the main accounts for any organization, whether it is a small organization or big organization, what it will be. So it's mandatory for any organization. So let me create few more accounts called. So let me create a cash account. Okay. So sorry. So here I can give 101 cash account and this asset account, save and close. Because so hundreds are dealing with the asset and 100 to 199 are assets, 200 to 299 liability, 300 to 399 revenue, 400 to 499 expense, like that. Okay. Just click on new button, and here I want to give the so one expense account 401 rent. Okay, you can go for the expense account. But here what we can do is, in the real time we don't create manually all the accounts, because for any company you will see minimum 500 to 1000 accounts for any company. So in that case, what we can do is we can use a template. So in EBS we have the data loader. So using the data loader, we will do that. So now, so you can use a template. Okay, we have the FBDA templates, file based data import. Okay, FBDA. Okay, so using that one, so based on the template, we can FBDA. So I will discuss later. File based data import. So we will import all the data. So we will do that. Okay, so let me go to the application. Save and close. And let me create one more account, which is the liability account. So let me take it's a 201 retained earnings account. So this is a mandatory account to create a ledger, because without a ledger we can't go ahead for any kind of implementation. So it's a liability account. So then save it, close. So these are all the accounts. Okay. So click on save and close. Okay. So like this, we can create a company department. Okay. So let me go for the company. Then click on manage values. You can view the values You can give the values like, okay, 10 AMD ESA. Okay, then save and close. In the same way, search it, and you can go for 20 AMD India. So like this, you can create all. Save and close. Okay. So then we can go for the other segment, department, and we can create departments. Okay, I want to create department. It's a TD, right? So department. So finance department. So you can go for the HR department. Like this, you can create n number of departments. HR. You can go for the operations. Operations 7 first. So in the same way, let us create a product. Which is value for the product. Manage values, and click on. I am taking the 9 as a size. Okay, default. Product is default. So then save and close. Now I am able to create the values for the value sets. So what we did today is we created one implementation user, and we ran the synchronization process because the roles will be updated to the user based on the program, and we checked the currencies and we checked the calendar. So we had an issue with this. I will check it, and we created the chart of account structure. So for that we need to create a value set, structure, set instance, and value set values. Okay. So next class what we can do is we can go for the Legality ledger. Okay, we can go ahead with that. Okay. Okay. So Priyanka, Sri, and Pradeep, are you okay for this? So I will share you today definitely all the two recordings, yesterday's and today's, and at the same time we'll share you the login credentials of this one. You can go to that. You can go to the recording and you can practice for that. Okay. And yeah. So any doubt from your end?
Yeah, Prasad, this is Shri.
Yeah. Yes, Sri.
So I had a question when you were creating the structure instance.
Okay.
So there was a checkbox that said dynamic combination creation allowed.
So dynamic combination. Yeah, dynamic inserts. Yeah, correct. So using that one, so even in EBS also we have the dynamic inserts, right?
Yeah.
So using that one, what happens is if we disable that one, if we don't have that one, so then we need to create account combinations automatically. So sorry, we need to create manually. So if you enable the dynamic insert, so then account combinations will be created automatically by system itself.
Okay, so for instance, if the client doesn't want dynamic insert,
you can disable it. So you can disable the dynamic insert. So then you can create manually all the account combinations.
Okay, so is there any provision to create cross-validation rules?
Yeah, cross-validation rules, security rules, we will go for the financials, right? In the financial part, we will create a cross-validation to security rule. So here what happens is if you disable this dynamic insert, then we need to create, we have the a task called manage account combinations. We need to use that manage account combination task, and we need to create all the tasks. So because we don't know in future what kind of task we will use as a user. Okay, so then we need to do the permutations and combinations. So you need to create all the tasks. Maybe it is 1,000, 10,000 like that. So that's why Oracle is suggesting that. So you can go for the dynamic inserts, whatever the combination you are using for any kind of a journal entry. So then you will get it by default.
Okay. So the other question,
Yeah.
when you were creating values for account flex field.
Okay.
Um, so those accounts that were like the asset accounts and liability accounts. Um, so those should be the summary accounts, right?
So assets and liabilities, because here what I'm doing is, so I'm taking the asset account, overall asset account, because in the real time what happens is, you will get 100 expense accounts, you will get different asset accounts like that. So then you can take one account as a summary, and then you can give the parent and child relationship. But here what we are doing is, we are taking for any kind of account related to asset, so we are treating it as its asset. Because and in
Yeah,
the
I know.
real time, yeah, in the real time, so we can import all the data. So using the template, and we can use this one. Okay, I have the okay. So here, so admin expenses. I can take anything, either rent or salary, whatever. I can take the admin expenses. So because I can't create all the things. Okay. So the asset. So I am taking the main account head here.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want, you can take the summary accounts, because if you have the 10 accounts, then 10 assets like asset accounts, then you can take the one account as a summary account, then we can use that one.
Okay.
Okay, so you are working currently for the financials, EBS financials.
No, I'm just trying to relate it with what's going on at my client location. I kind of work on many things.
Okay.
So